Hey everybody, my name is Conrad, and today I'll be sharing how you can effectively utilize achievements and badges in your life to incentivize yourself to do the things that you're meant to do. First, badges. What are they and why should you care? I've always been super inspired about gamification and how simple triggers like streak counts, rewards for daily engagement, and achievement titles are making millions of people around the world addicted to phone games and social media applications. So it's been a personal challenge of mine to investigate how we can leverage these human consumption behaviors in our personal lives so that we can do much more in less time, and most importantly, enjoy the process. I'm glad to share with everyone today that I've been able to build an effective way to track my day-to-day engagements and to process the information to reward myself for virtually anything I want. I'm using Notion as my tool of choice, but these principles can be applied anywhere as long as you are keeping an honest record of your life. I always think it's much more rewarding to know how something works so you can then be able to replicate it yourself. So in this video, I'll be sharing 3 different types of ways to build badges into your Notion systems and the benefits each one can bring to your life. Share with us what badges you'll be creating by commenting below, and let's get started. Let's first talk about the theory behind gamification. So every action should be gamified, with good behaviors reliably rewarded and bad behaviors reliably disincentivized. This can be achieved by introducing concepts found in gaming of experience points and gold rewards. We've already talked about experience points and gold rewards in our last videos, so let's jump straight into achievements and badges. In general, you get a really good feeling when you earn a record of your achievements, and it can be both physical or virtual. Think about the last time you won a trophy or a medal, or getting a degree after graduating. The feeling of having your hard work recognized is so fulfilling. When you see that you are working towards something, you'll naturally exert more effort to finish the remaining results. For example, finishing the last mile in a marathon, or washing those last few dishes. You know you're about to be done, so you will put your all into finishing it so you can complete the task at hand. If your prestige will be lost if you don't maintain your progress, you will also work hard to keep it. Think Snapchat streaks or Facebook pokes. These are just some of the ways that social media has engineered us to be engaged with their applications by maintaining our progress. And at the end of the day, sometimes it's just nice to see those numbers go up. Think about internet karma points on Reddit or Quora. There's no specific achievement for getting a high number of points, but people still chase that anyways, just to get that high score. So, using these principles, I've built out 3 types of badges inside my gamification project on how we can stay motivated and on task on the things we need to do in our lives. The first is a streak. You must maintain the streak to keep the badge. So I have 2 examples here. One is Reflection Expert and one is Exercise Junkie. Let's open up Reflection Expert first and see what it's all about. So basically, if you complete 1 week of reflections in a row, you will earn this streak reward. However, you will lose this badge if you do not maintain this streak. So let's figure out how this is built. So you see that under calculations, we have relevant tags linking up to 25-minute tasks. If we open this up by using Control-click, you'll see that it opens a page called Gamification Tags. This is the backbone in the master tags database of how all the gamification works in the system. Now, if we open up the 25-minute task, which it was linked up to, you'll see that it also ties into something called Success Plan as well as Daily Quest. Daily Quest is what we care about right now. We have a property here called Daily Quest R Completion, which is rolling up on YA Daily Quest a property called Reflection This Week, and it's giving me the sum. Let's check out what that is all about. So if we open up Reflections or the Daily Quest database and we open up with Control-click, then we see a page for daily quests. And if we open up one of them, let's say we open up March 29th, we'll see that underneath the admin section, we have a badge called Reflection This Week. And it's a formula basically calculating for the last 8 days, 8 not 7 because we want to have 1 day of leeway. If the property R completion was 100%, then we want to show 1, otherwise show 0. So basically, for every single day that I have completed my reflection, it's going to feed a number 1 back to the gamification tags, which will then sum up the numbers to make 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And if the day is not within the last 8 days, it would show 0. So in that situation, then I'm able to feed back to my gamification table of badges and achievements that right now I have finished 2 days of reflections. And if I go to here, that is absolutely correct. I see that I have 5 more to go out of 7. Now, let's see why I did a formula here for reflection experts. This is because you can't pass on a rollup directly to another rollup. You have to have a formula as the middleman. So this is just very simple. It's just basically spitting back out the property of our completion. Now here's where things get a little bit different. So underneath the reflection complete this week, I am going to roll up on YA reflection expert. I'm also going to sum, and then I will now show a formula here that says X to go. Basically, this is a bit of a complex formula, but if you read through it, it kind of makes sense. Where if the name of this title of this badge is reflection expert, then I would say that for reflections complete this week, if it's above or equal to 7, then achievement has been earned. Otherwise, then show how many more to go. And this repeats again and again for different names of different badges. And this is where you'll have to learn how to add new ones by simply adding them into this formula property here. So in this case, you see there's 5 more to go. Let's take a similar example. Let's talk about another streak for exercise junkie. So here, again, you double check. So if I check the formula here, if the name is exercise junkie, so if the property exercise complete this week is over or equal to 3, then my achievement is earned. Otherwise, show how many more to go. So I see that I want to exercise more than 3 times a week, and I will lose this if I do not keep up exercising. So 3 is the number that I care about here. So I look into exercise completed this week, and it shows YA exercise junkie. Again, I go back to my gamifications tags. I see that I have a property called YA exercise junkie, and it's basically spitting out the roll up for daily quest E completion. So let's just take this look, which is rolling up on the property badge exercise this week. So again, I go to daily quest and I look badge exercise this week, and this is going to keep giving me numbers if I check mark exercise. So if I do, I check this off, then that becomes a 1. Wonderful. And if I look up the stream, the databases, this becomes a 2, and then here it becomes a 2 automatically as well. And now I have 1 more to go. So very straightforward actually. So let's see how we can modify this to show one of the principles that we talked about earlier, that we want to see numbers that keep going up. So let's say I did more than 3 this week. I did 4, I did 5, I did 6. Then I want to know that I kept that up for a longer period of time. So right now we show that achievement earned is the end of the story. But what if we also added one more additional piece of information here that told me how many I did this week? So let's show that out. So let's say for exercise junkie, I'm going to show achievement earned, and I'm going to also add information of, let's say, done this week. So I also want to add information here. So I need to pull up the number for the properties of exercises done this week. So since it's already here anyway, I'm just going to copy this, make it nice and simple, and I'm going to paste it here. And I'm going to add that. So also I need to make this a text. So I'm going to do format. Perfect. So let's say I finish this. I have one more to go. Let's keep adding that. So let's say March 30th, I also exercised. So if I go back, now this becomes a 3. Achievement earned. I've done 3 this week. And of course, I can clean this up. I can make it look a lot prettier, but that's the idea, and you can understand that. So let's quickly recap what's been done. You've now seen that for every single item that you're keeping track of inside your daily quests, whether it be reflections, exercise, even eating breakfast, you can make a corresponding badge for it and count up the streaks of how often you're doing that within a week, a month, or even a year. And when you have achieved that badge, you can even count up how many times you've done it within the time period, so you can keeping track of how many more you're doing. So let's talk about the next type of badge, one-off. Once you earn it, you keep it. There are 2 examples I have for one-off badges. One is Goal Slayer 2020, which the objective is to complete 4 goals in 2020 and there's 3 more to go. And Outcome Hustler Q1 20, which the objective is to complete 10 key results in Q1 2020 and there's 8 more to go. So let's open up Goal Slayer and let's see how it works. You see that it's still calculating from relevant tags, and in this case, we're seeing a property for both Goal Slayer and also Outcome Hustler in the same property. We take a look and it's relating to relevant tags and the properties are the same and it's calculating a sum. So let's take a look at the gamification tags and see what it's all about. So going to here, we can go to first the YA huge win, and we can see that there is a badge property that's basically spitting out the number for the roll-up, YA success plan complete. If we open that up, we see that it's showing us the property of badge success plan complete and calculating the sum on the relation success plan. So let's open that up and let's see what that one is all about. The success plan is basically where we show all our goals, key results, projects, and tasks. And if we look at one of the cards, we can find that property that's spitting out the badge number. Here we see that there's a badge, success plan complete, and we can see that it's showing us different information depending on if it's a goal or if it's a key result. If a goal is complete and it's within the target date of 2020, then we show a 1. Otherwise, if it's a key result and it's complete and it's within Q1 20, then we show 1 as well. Otherwise, we show 0. Now, if we go back to our tags, we can see that for YA success plan complete, it shows 1 for huge wins. But if we go to big wins, we see that it's actually showing us the number 2. Why this is the case is because if we go into the view here for key results specifically, we see that we have 2 Q1 20 key results complete, and they're both relating to big wins. Whereas our founder tasks, our founder goals rather, inside here are actually relating to huge wins. So if we go back upstream and we look at our Goal Slayer, it's showing 1, which is the accurate number. And here inside the formula, we're showing that if the name is Goal Slayer, then if it's greater than 4, it's achievement earned. Otherwise, we show how many more to go. And if we open up the same thing for Outcome Hustler, we can see that here it's 8 more to go because we show that if the name is Outcome Hustler, then we show if it's greater or equal to 10, the achievement is earned. Otherwise, show how many more to go. Very simple, and basically for any single property or any single item that you have inside your success plan, you can do the same and roll it up to calculate the badge. So let's talk about the last type of badge, maintain. This is the type of badge where you must retain certain resources to keep the achievements you've earned. In this example, you have Gold Hoarder, where if you maintain a gold balance over 2,000, you can keep this badge, and anytime you drop under 2,000, you lose the badge. Let's see how this one works. So if we look under calculations, there are no relevant tags. Interesting. Instead, we have relevant character. And this is where you can start seeing how you can expand the badges idea to be more and more depending on anything that you're capturing within your workspace as information throughout your journey in life. In this example, I'm capturing the relevant character, which is, again, your avatar, and we're rolling up the information on their goal balance. And we're seeing their goal balance. Let's take a look at the gamification leaderboard by shift clicking. And we open up your avatar, you'll see that there's a property called gold balance, and it's showing the gold earned minus gold spent because we can spend gold on items in the item shop. Let's ignore that for now, and we focus on the information on gold balance. So basically, we have gold earned, which is 400, minus gold spent, which is 30, resulting in 370, which then is passed on back to the badge so that we know that there's 1,630 more to go in terms of earnings so that I can get a gold balance above or equal to 2,000. So that's just a quick example of the different types of badges that you can create. And really, it's up to your imagination on what you find the most important to keep track on in your life and the things that you want to keep yourself accountable for and have fun chasing after throughout your journey. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please support us by dropping a like, comment, or subscribe. A huge thank you to our March patrons for making this video possible, especially our top supporters, Nikki Metzler, Courtney, Jimmy John, Nicholas Patel, Tabatha Drum Dixon, Kylie Chim, and all our amazing patrons this month. Your support means the world to us and keeps this project going. Thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more. Happy gamifying!